Yo, welcome back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your boy Jesse Football TV, and I'm back to you with another live stream. Back to you with a FIFA Club World Cup live stream. Let me just fix this here, guys. Yeah, FIFA Club World Cup. The game is about to start in the next couple minutes. So yeah, let me look for the game here. Yeah, excited to see the team play. Well, I watched the game the other day, but I couldn't have live stream, so I'm actually doing it today. Yeah. Just starting to look for the game here, guys. Yeah. Game is about to start. Game is about to start. Yes, I think I found it. Yes. FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, guys. So we are trying to figure out. Well, a lot of Chelsea fans basically more or less trying to figure out what the formation is, because we basically going with two right backs in the team, Malo Gusto and Rich James. So a lot of people trying to figure it out. I think, well, it looks, by the looks of it, Rich James might be playing in the midfield. So yeah, and we are basically up against two ex-Chelsea players that playing for Flamengo. Most recently, Jorginho. Jorginho is playing for Flamengo, and could you all remember Filippo Luis, that who played for Chelsea in the title-winning season with Mourinho, when Mourinho came back, and you know we bought him from Atletico and then we sent him back on loan. Yeah, from the 2013-2014 season, or it was the 2014-2015 season. Some one of those seasons, yeah. He is actually the manager of Flamengo right now. So that is wild. That is really, really wild. So just seeing some pictures with him and Maresca there. Chelsea playing in the the away kit today, sorry. The away kit. I actually thought we'd have green pants with the white top. That would have looked so much better. I understand we love this all white kit, but the green pants, I think we do have green pants to use with this kit. Yeah. Jorginho, getting some pictures with Jorginho there. Yeah, so the FIFA Club World Cup, guy, we still haven't gotten a sponsor. I don't know what is going on with this. No sponsor. This is just being really ridiculous now. They need to get a sponsor quickly. The game has kicked off. Why is the TV looking? The game is looking really, I don't like how it's looking. This is showing on TV and it looks kind of horrible. Let's see if I can get on it. That's Formula One. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Why the stream showing like that. It looks like it's just that one, more or less. Wow, why is that channel so loud? Alright, like that's the only station that is showing it. So I have to go back there. Yeah, so Flamengo is actually a good team. think this Flamengo team is out of Brazil. One out of those South American countries. Could even be Argentina, but I think it's quicker Brazil. Yes, it looks like Reece James is playing in the midfield, guys. So as we expected, 3 in the midfield. So I don't get it. Cole Palmer looks like he's playing on the right. Wait, Nicholas Jackson isn't starting again. I think that is I saw Nicholas Jackson in the starting lineup. Delap is starting now. Yeah. Robert Sanchez with a bozo moment. Robert Sanchez with a bozo moment. Robert Sanchez with a bozo moment. Yes, Reece James is in the middle. So why didn't we go with Andre Santos? So here's a 4-4-3 we are currently playing, or are we playing a 4-2-4? Robert Sanchez with another bozo moment. Robert Sanchez with 2 bozo moments. 2 bozo moments. Robert Sanchez. And they're saying we don't need a goalkeeper. Are you all crazy? 2 bozo moments. In the space of a minute. Robert Sanchez. And then he's putting up his hands. Robert Sanchez. Mad goalkeeper. Flamengo on the attack. Flamengo on the attack. Slow down by Chalaba. Let's one fly. Let a goal fly. Flamengo on the attack. Sanchez with bozo moments in the game so far. Here comes Chelsea with the lap. With the lap. Woo! What a good shot by the lap. Yes, the lap. Now we are basically seeing the difference in quality almost immediately with the lap from Jackson. Jackson won't be making those kind of runs and taking those kind of shots, quick snapshots. Could go in the lap. I think with Delap in the team, we created so many chances last season that Jackson couldn't convert. Corner for Chelsea, corner for Chelsea. Reece James with the corner coming up. Over the bar, header over the bar. Yeah, guys, I'm coming back in a little bit. Flamengo with the ball. Good taken, Caicedo. Flamengo started faster, the two teams. Breaking lines quickly. Here comes Flamengo again. Caicedo with the tackle. Here comes Pedro Neto. We are playing a 4-3-3. Pedro Neto on the left, Cole Palmer on the right, and Delap down the middle, down the center. And Rhys James in the middle with Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, and the four at the back. I think this is definitely an experiment by Enzo Maresca. I think this is the direction we want to go. This is definitely the direction we want to go next season, and I think he's doing this because of Andre Santos and Romeo Lavia, and the fact that we don't have enough forward players, especially the limited amount of left-sided forward players. So Flamengo on the attack. Flamengo on the attack. Robert Sanchez with the save. Fight already started. Caicedo and Jorginho. I think it was was it a good tackle? Let's see. I think he got a piece of the ball. Caicedo got booked. Yellow card. First yellow card of the game. The game is just... Here comes Chelsea. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Goal! And Chelsea with the first goal. Equalizer. First shot on goal. First shot on target. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the second goal of the competition so far. Pedro Neto with his first shot on target. Chelsea's first shot on target. Pedro Neto with his first shot on target. Chelsea's first shot on target. Pedro Neto with his first shot on target. Chelsea's first shot on target. Mistake by the Flamengo defense. You don't give teams like us those kind of chances. Pedro Neto take it with a plump. And that's the difference in quality. That's the difference in quality. You take your chances. I think this is more of us trying. This is more us trying formations in this competition because you all remember we don't have much of a preseason. Going to quiet down this crowd. I don't get it. Where are all the Chelsea fans do? We hardly have Chelsea fans. Fouling Delap. We need Delap to get off the score mark and score his first goal as well. He needs to score today, Delap. Here comes Flamengo. Here comes Flamengo. Sanchez with the ball. Enzo Fernandez is playing a little higher up on the pitch because he brings that goal threat now. That box-to-box midfielder. But a couple of coming together. Flamengo with the free kick. I see what they are trying to do with Reece James, but I think Reece James should be playing the more deeper of the midfielders. Caicedo still play in his deepest midfield role. I think we are doing this just to facilitate Lavia and Andre Santos. We want to go with 3 midfielders next season. I have to put on I had to charge the phone a little bit, guys. Hey, let this get a little charge up please, and then Chelsea back with the ball. Flamengo got it back. No foul, no foul. Woo! Foul on Caicedo. The temperatures out there is just really hot for these guys. But guys like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, who play in extreme heat in South America, they should be accustomed to this. Here comes Chelsea. Delap. Woo! Got away from him. But you all are seeing Delap prepared to make these runs. Come on, Delap. You're seeing Kaiso and Reece James immediately on the same thinking level. And this is what I watched my team, my country last night. And the way how these players are playing, they're playing close together. They know when to make the space. They know when to move. See, watch how close they are playing together. Flamengo passing around the ball very nicely. Good going. Gusto. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, raise your head faster than that. I think this team as well is preparing for, you see, this formation here is basically preparing for The likes of Esteva William next season and Santos. Those two players in particular, this team is preparing for them with this formation. I can't see nothing else but that. Good going, Cucurella. Cucurella has just become a monster, guys. After his first season in Chelsea. Wow. Yeah, Pedro Neto. That's taking one for the Daza. That's definitely a free kick. And he was onside as well. Mistimed the tackle completely. Mistimed the tackle completely. They need to get Delap a little more into the game as well. Corner to Flamengo. Ball clear, ball clear. They need to get Delap a little more involved in the game. And I think the creativity is missing from the midfield. I mean, Enzo has a little creative spark, but I think that is where Cole Palmer would have yeah. Who's this? Yeah, Prince Hood. Nah. I'm not doing no watch along with the national team. No, thank you. You all see them? You all saw them last night? They were horrible. They were definitely horrible. Prince Hood. They were definitely horrible. That team fitness level is real poor. We in the mud real bad. Real bad. And I told people from when we played St. Kitts, I told people that team fitness level in the 20th to 25th minute. You see them fellas and them tired, the bun, the roast, the blowing hard. People celebrate like, you know, the St. Kitts, but the St. Kitts game was a real big game. No. We supposed to be beating St. Kitts regardless. And people celebrate that. And I told people the Gold Cup gonna give us a real good inkling on where this team currently is. We get trashed out by America easy. And that America team is a real crap team. That team is real shit. And they beat us easily. Right? They beat us easily. Last night, we play Haiti. Haiti went down to 10 men. 10 men. And they still scored goals. And on top of that, they missed a penalty. That team, the fitness level, them fellas and them cannot run. We trying to play a high line. And They getting caught out. They getting caught out with one ball over the top. One ball and they getting caught out. They playing a high line and they can't run. I just totally fed up with that team right now. And as I tell somebody last night, I hope we don't make it to the World Cup to embarrass Dwight York and tarnish Dwight York legacy. Yeah, the defense is real trash. Real trash. Total trash. Total, I really agree. Total trash. I totally agree. A lot of people, the same thing just like you, Prince. A lot of people asking why it is I don't do watch-alongs, or when we playing in Trinidad, go and try to get the game covered. Why am I doing that? I wouldn't do it because I know how these guys are. Again, like I tell somebody last night that the team, right, the fitness levels low. When they feel they make the national team, they feel like they on top of the world now, like they the best thing since sliced bread. If you understand what I mean. They feel like they make it already before they actually do anything. They start to celebrate immediately as they get called up for the national team. They don't start to celebrate, but all they ain't do nothing. So all of this I does look at the team and stuff like that, and you know, I watch these fellas. They not ready. The only two persons on that team I will really say has some kind of potential, and they see the different levels. You see the different levels in two certain players. Kevin Molino, he's already at our age, so I wouldn't even count Kevin Molino, but you could actually see he's a little different in levels from those guys still. But you see Levi Garcia, he's absolutely levels ahead of all those guys on that field because he playing in Europe. He's levels. And the goalkeeper, Phillips, he actually has some kind of potential, because if it wasn't for him in the last couple games, we concede a whole lot of goals, you know. If it wasn't for Phillips, he's actually coming into his own. So Phillips and Levi Garcia, I will actually advocate for Phillips because he actually does what he's supposed to do. The defense is not helping that guy at all, but when it comes to saving what he's supposed to, he does his best. But Levi Garcia is levels ahead of those guys. Levels. As I say, Molino, he's already at our age already, so we'll give Molino a pass. But you could actually see last night, when Molino came onto the pitch after a while, you saw the difference. We started to create a little more. But fitness levels with the whole entire team, boy, oh my gosh. They are so weak. 20 minutes in the game, I seen, man. You seen it? Man, blowing hard. So yeah, I wouldn't waste my time and cover them fellas, because I already know things where you're not supposed to be eating. Certain condiments, ketchup, mustard, garlic sauce. You're not supposed to be eating them thing. If you went to playing in Europe and you playing with them coaches and them cutting those things out immediately, smoking, you're not supposed to be doing them things. You understand? And this is what them fellas and them doing. This is what them fellas don't understand. I just don't want us to go into that World Cup and get trash out and Dwight York get his career real tarnished. Recruitment. Who are we gonna recruit by? Because if they're basically saying that this is the best that they have to offer out of the Pro League, right? Because we had to remember from what's his name, secondary school football, intercol. From intercol you go to pro league unless you get some scholarship to go and play somewhere and wherever, or if you get recruited early to go and play in Europe or wherever across the world, right? But is intercol, pro league, and then you're gonna make the step up to the national team. So if they basically, these fellas here is the best out of pro league and secondary school football, then we go and recruit again, right? Yeah, I understand what you say. Um, it have real good men, but they do too much name who parents from. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I that is true what you're saying. That is true what you're saying. You have to people I don't know people. Is that what you're saying, right? People are you. You have to know people and who parents are name. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. I I rather as I tell my sister a couple weeks back, I get spoiled by European football. I know how football's supposed to play, right? I know how so football, and I watching them last night. The spaces in between the midfield from the defense, the gap so big. Players playing too far away from each other, especially in midfield. They don't know when to dribble with the ball in certain parts of the field. They don't know when to dribble with the ball. They don't know how to play 1-2 football enough, quick enough. You know, it's little thing like that, like real primary school thing. I I basically watching the club World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup more than that Gold Cup, and I tip Canada to win the Gold Cup. Canada is actually the best team right now out of CONCACAF. They, Mexico, and I will say Costa Rica. America ain't ready for them teams yet. And if anybody really feel we going to beat Saudi Arabia, I watching Saudi Arabia against America last night. Yeah, that is a day for us. Us and Haiti, we going home. Saudi Arabia look real impressive. And let me not say that because Haiti could cause an upset. And the time about it is our goal difference is so horrible. We at -5. -5. Imagine that. -5. But back to the original game, yeah. Flamengo looking real good. Outpassing Chelsea right now. But again, I think Chelsea are experimenting right now with, yeah, experimenting with three guys in the midfield. I don't know why Enzo looking a little out of place in terms of, I think the weather is actually getting to Enzo, but he's a South American, he's from Argentina. You playing in these kind of weathers? Here comes Pedro Neto. Another error by the defense of Flamengo. Another error. Pedro Neto got hold up with the ball. Cole Palmer is real quiet in the game. Come on, Chelsea, we need another goal before halftime. Rich James, Pedro Neto over the ball. Cole Palmer with the cross. Guys, we definitely need a goalkeeper, another goalkeeper, because Robert Sanchez ain't it. He is going to cost us goals, guys. Here comes Enzo Fernandez. Woo! Ball taken away. But Robert Sanchez hasn't really been troubled in the game so far. Who passed that? Rich James, you? Or Enzo Fernandez? That looked like Enzo did that. No, Rich James. It was Rich James. Prince Hood, I would only start to cover Trinidad games until this team starts to work on their fitness. Only time I will start covering them games is when Trinidad start to work on their fitness. And I am not even going to do that for the World Cup qualifiers because we are in such an easy group. We got one of the easiest groups, right? But as of right now, I can't say the group even easy how we are playing. We are playing really poor. This team is really poor. They are weak. So I can't even say that I will start covering those games anytime soon. No, I can't even say that. The team is just real weak. Until I see them fellas and them running around the Queen's Park Savannah, day in, day out. I won't be covering them games. But who you feel have the highest chance of winning the FIFA Club World Cup? Who you really think? Yesterday the team PSG, who I think they have the highest chance of winning the Champions League. They got beaten 1-0 by Bogota or someone out of the name of them teams. They beat them 1-0. And Bogota done already. Wow. Colwell off the line. Good going, Caicedo. Flamengo have a lot of the ball, but they are just not doing anything with it. Good going, good running. Who does Pedro Neto? Pedro Neto. Till, ooh. Come on, Pedro Neto, you again. Cole Palmer. Ah. Good try, Delap. Good try. Onside as well, yeah. I think this Reece James experiment in this midfield. I think it's kind of killing our how to say, possession like. Enzo Fernandez is claiming a foul in the box. Nah, that's not a penalty, Enzo. Get up. Nah, that's not a penalty. Nah, Enzo. Gap. 3 minutes added on time before halftime. They're still checking for a penalty, a possible penalty. I say it's no penalty. It didn't look like a penalty to me. No penalty. See? Good going, Cucurella. Woo! Hard luck, Cucurella. Cucurella has been, from the first season in Chelsea to now, Cucurella has been, he is probably the most improved player. Not just in the Premier League, but in all of Europe. Delap got a yellow, Delap. Yep, I think Delap is starting to get frustrated because the creativity, and this is why I think Cole Palmer, because him and Cole Palmer are not in the game too much, and I think Cole Palmer needs to go back to the number 10. The creative spark is in there. Yes, Enzo is somewhat creative, has some kind of creativity about him, but there isn't much coming out from Enzo in the creative aspect. I think this three in the middle doesn't really suit us. But I see why Enzo Maresca is doing it, because he's basically more or less trying to find a formation for the incoming players like Estevan Willian and Andre Santos. But I think if I'm not right, I think the players probably just not accustomed, and have to get accustomed to our 4-3-3. Because we don't really play this formation. We're not even seeing Cucurella going into the midfield as much. I mean, he wouldn't have to because Reece James is there. Cucurella normally inverts in the midfield. Good going, Cucurella out. I think that should be. Do they have time to take the corner? Do they? Yes, they do. Here comes Flamengo. Flamengo with the shot. Good going, Sanchez. But that's also a thing. Half time now, guys. Half time. Sanchez, we need a goalkeeper most definitely in the first 2 minutes of the game, 2-3 minutes of the game. Sanchez making horrible errors that could have led to goals, but unfortunately, Flamengo didn't take their chances. They're not capitalizing and stuff like that. So, but yes, halftime, guys. Halftime. I think my thing is, let me see what other people are saying. Let's see a unit.
But Caicedo's been booked. This referee is from where? El Salvador. That's not fair. Surely that's not fair. Hang on. Salvador is in Central America, isn't it? Yeah, I mean that's a little too close to Brazil for my liking. Yeah? That's a little too close. Why didn't they give us an African ref or something? Or an Asian? Anyway. Oh, that's handball. No, it's not. It's not. Neto, he's going to score. It's got to be. It's 1-0. God, Pedro. I swear that hit his hand. But forget it. 1-0. Riaz, thank you very much. Saying, is that Felipe as Flamengo manager? Yeah, Felipe Luis. You said Felipe. Felipe Luis, yeah. And Alhambra says we need to check if this ref has a Brazilian wife. Are you onto something? I'm going to check this right now. Is this a possibility that we can find out? Ivan Barton, Salvadorian Association football referee. Do we get an idea on who his spouse is? No. Okay. Let's do some research, guys. AI is not available for research. Dan, thank you very much to Artsmaster24 saying I apologise to the PGMOL for discriminating my hate. Mental. No, they still need to be put in check. David Fisher, thank you very much, saying organise a meet and greet with you and all the other big YouTube Chelsea peeps in one spot. That could actually be. That's not a bad shout, you know. Not a bad shout. Much like what the Big Six did. The Big Six went to South Africa, and it was fantastic.
Well, that's just out of here already.
They got a really, really good turnout in South Africa.
He tell you bomba clot.
Hang on, this referee's 31. He's 31. He's younger than me. No wonder he's making mistakes. He's unexperienced. Mental. It's a young referee, I gotta say. Young ref. Zach, thank you very much. Brand new member, much appreciated. Oh man, no. If I did mine in Nigeria, I'd get the whole. Our XG is still higher than them, and we're winning 1-0. We're doing what we did against Liverpool, no problem. Yeah, look at their XG, 0.16. All that possession, and they've done jack. All that possession, and they've done jack. I thought we were a possession-based team. We're not Crystal Palace. Why do we have 37%? Bro, not every game is going to be where we just dominate. Against LAFC, we had all the ball. Flamengo's not like some shit team, man. We've chosen to play this way. You have to understand, sometimes you've got to manage your team all throughout the tournament. We're not always going to be having the lion's share of the possession. I'm happy. I'm not too fussed about having possession, you know. Some games we'll have possession, some games we won't. I'm not too fussed. But overall, I didn't see anything glaringly off. I didn't see anything that made me feel, oh shit, we're not looking good. Even though we don't have the ball, did we look like we were ever in big trouble? Yes, they've gone through our midfield and in behind sometimes, but they've not done anything. Look at this. This is a proof. We've all watched, and the stats back it up as well. They've not done anything. So what? We're not winning the possession. So what? We're winning 1-0. And we're about to pounce on them. As soon as they make another mistake, we'll pounce on them. I know now you guys will be like, why are we waiting on them to make a mistake? Why are we not taking the game? There's many different ways to win the game. There's many different ways to win the game. This opposition, Flamengo, they like to keep the ball. They like to keep the ball. We're allowing them to keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Prem talk, the tactics are fine. Palmer been shit though. If Jackson played that way, you would be criticizing him. No, I wouldn't. I'm telling you right now, no, I would not. Am I criticizing Enzo Fernandez? Criticizing anyone else? Pedro Neto? Pedro Neto, besides the goal, he's done
Jack or
off the ball. You can see Pedro Neto's worked his backside off. On the ball, besides that goal, there was just one other moment where he went through a few players. Everyone, we've not had the ball, so it's not, we can't really say much. But that's fine. Many different ways to win a game. Many different ways. Look, I don't see anything glaringly off in this match. I don't. You always overlook Nico and Noni. This guy, Bastian, bro, stop triggering me, bro. Stop triggering me. Stop triggering me. We know Noni Madueke and Nico Jackson. Look, I like Nico Jackson, but in recent times he hasn't been good. In recent times he hasn't been good. And Noni Madueke hasn't been good for ages. Last game, you and Ishan were on Jackson. Yes, he was not good. The opportunities we created, he was not good. Today, if Jackson played, how could I say anything against Jackson? We don't have much of the ball. Against LAFC, we had a lot of the ball. Against LAFC, we were the dominant team. Bro, Prem talk, you're exposing yourself there. You don't know much about football. You're exposing yourself. I don't know what you guys want. Live chat, are you guys upset? Are you guys upset? Actually, I might put up a poll. Let's go. I'm upset with Palmer, not how we are playing. Okay, what exactly are you upset with Palmer about? What is he meant to do? You tell me. Have a look at where he's playing, and then you tell me with 37% of the ball that we have, what is he meant to do? Where did you find him bad? Where did you find him bad? Tell me. I'd love to know. Eager to know. James need to leave that mid. Reece James is probably one of the ones that has had a poor game. I'd say Reece James has had a poor game. Tournament football requires flexibility, yeah. Even though the season isn't finished, Flamengo is currently on top of the league. Meanwhile, PSG lost to 8th place, Botafogo. Botafogo was strong, man. I didn't expect that from Botafogo. I really didn't. After watching them against Seattle Sounders, the way they... Maybe that team suited Botafogo. Botafogo likes to probably, defend and try and counter. By that logic, if we don't have the ball, then our best players are out of the game. Yeah. But you're now asking Cole Palmer to show his attributes off the ball. We didn't have the ball, and the ball didn't go towards Cole Palmer that often enough. Like, you tell me, Josie, like, what did you want? Like, him to win the ball back and then take on players and then start some sort of a counter-attack and keep the... Just think, just logically think. What would you have expected him to do? I'm keen to know. Very keen to know. Roger Park, thank you so much on the super chat. Since Noni's hat-trick August 2024, what the hell has he done for us? I don't understand why you stands love this guy. Why? He's clueless in the final third. Selfish and loves himself more than Chelsea. Sit down. Yeah, of course. Palmer had a poor game. He was easily dispossessed. He had no fight in him like Enzo and Neto. He was very passive. He was easily dispossessed. Okay, a few times he was dispossessed. Sure. He had no fight. I don't know about that fact that he had no fight. Yeah. I love the mentality spirit from us. That sign of Tuchel team. Yusil, did you notice how Colwell is marking to midfield like Rudiger today? Yeah. Colwell, the few moments were a bit off, but then in set pieces he looked good. Defending, basically. Because I think what we all mean is that we need to take hold of the game and then allow Palmer to use his skills. We shouldn't have 37% possession. Sorry, without the ball, what are we meant to do? What would you do, Damon, when the opposition wants to hold the ball? So this is how we need to check. Opposition wants to keep the ball. So the only way you try and win the ball back is you then need to play a high line. You then need to press and counter-press. Do you know how much energy that requires? Look at the way Flamengo is playing. That requires a lot of energy. It's been a long season. It's been a very long season. Asking the players to play a high line, press, and as soon as you lose the ball, counter-press, win the ball back, keep possession. When the opposition wants to press as well, that would create a more transitional football. That would create, when the opposition wants to also press, that would create more back and forth football. We have to understand, this is like, after so many matches we've played in the season, asking them to do back and forth football and boxing the opposition doesn't want to be boxed in. Do you understand, David? This opposition, Flamengo, they don't want to be boxed in. They want to press. They want to be on the front foot. It's not simple that we just keep the ball. And the opposition doesn't want to have a low block. The opposition doesn't want to play in a mid to a low block. They don't. They want to play high uptake football. If we have 37% possession against this team, why will happen versus Man City, Real Madrid, PSG? So this you can talk about. We're not ready. We're not ready to go toe-to-toe with these type of teams. We're not ready to go toe-to-toe against City. We're not ready to go toe-to-toe against PSG, Real Madrid. But you know what? I'm fine with that. There are other ways of winning games. I have no issues in us keeping 20% of the ball and taking 1-0 victories against Manchester City, Real Madrid, PSG. I'd rather win games like that. I don't want to see us have 50, 60% possession against this team and then get done. And just to say, what has Flamengo done with the possession? What has Flamengo?
Yeah, we will. Alright, let me end this. Alright, guys. I'm out. I have some stuff to go and do. I'm out.